What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Hope you're all having a great week. Yeah, we're nearly coming to the end of like the first month of lockdown 3.0 here in England. If you're watching this and you're not in England and you have sort of different sort of rules for where you are, hope you're all safe and doing well. So today's video is all about packaging. So yeah, up to now I've sort of done a couple of videos about gaining sales, I've covered photography a bit, but today I wanted to cover an area of the reselling and the Depop game which is often sort of overlooked, or there's not really too much information or content about it. I think it's one of the most important aspects of the whole operation, which is packaging. So I'm just going to go over sort of my packaging technique. I'm going to give you some tips on how you can improve your packaging and, keep your customers happy. So anyway, let's get straight into the video. So first point I want to make is I've put down reflect your Depop store. You don't want to sort of put a lot of effort into your store and how your store looks, and then when your customer receives the item, it's just sort of a poly mailer with the item thrown into the bag, and it's just kind of, it's not presented nicely. You've put all this effort into your shop so it looks nice, and you're getting this engagement and you're getting paying customers, and yeah, you want that to be sort of reflected in your packaging and your presentation. So for me, I'm sort of very particular about my packaging. I've sort of got it to a point where, I'm very happy with it. I take good care of every single order I prepare and send out. I'll show you how I do what I do a little bit later in the video. But yeah, so you want to be putting as much effort into that packaging process as you are with sort of taking your photos, editing your photos. When you've got a customer sort of prepared to pay you for your item based on, how it's presented and how they're seeing it, you want that item to arrive just as nicely presented as they've seen it in that picture. So yeah, always reflect your Depop store in your presentation and packaging. The next point I want to go over is supplies. Whether you're doing Depop as like a side hustle and you're just doing a few orders every so often, you don't need to have a big backlog of supplies. You can just have, you can go to like a Poundland and you can buy like 10 poly bags for like £1. You've got some sellotape, and if you're doing it on a small scale, you don't need to worry about having like a constant supply of sort of packaging stuff. But if you're like me and a lot of other sort of larger scale Depop stores, having good quality packaging for like a good price is really important. So when I'm buying my packaging, so I'll just show you a few things that I use. So first of all, I have these like clear poly bags, which have like a bit of they're like biodegradable and they've got like a warning label on them. These are great. I buy these in packs of 200, and what I do is I put all my sort of like smaller items like t-shirts and jumpers, if they're small enough, I put those into these, and then I put them in my poly bags, just so when the customers get their items, it kind of like looks like I've put a bit more care into it. They've had this like extra layer of protection, because you never know during the shipping process, poly bags could get snagged or something, or they could get a little hole in, and I don't know, say it's like raining or whatever. This just kind of protects the item from any sort of damage in transit. It's unlikely, but having this extra layer of protection for your items is great. And also, when your customer receives their item, it just does seem a bit more professional having like this extra layer. It seems like, yeah, it just gives the impression that I haven't just grabbed it and chucked it in. I nicely fold my items and put them into these, and then they'll go into my poly mailers. So I use these purple ones. I use this size for, t-shirts, sweatshirts, jumpers. Most things fit into this size of poly bag. Sometimes if I'm working with like the other things I do throw in with all my orders is, first of all, business cards. These are the Coppers business cards. When I first got these done, I've bought like a pack of 100, and it was off this website called Moo, who do really good stuff. They're really high quality, sort of, I don't know, you can get any sort of corporate marketing stuff from them, I guess. But yeah, I remember I bought my first batch of business cards from them. Yeah, so I just chuck one of those in with every order. And then I also got a bunch of Coppers stickers made. The reason I did these, I've always been a huge fan of stickers. I used to be really into my Supreme, and whenever you order from Supreme, they throw in like a box logo Supreme sticker. So that's sort of my reference to that. Plus, yeah, I've always wanted to have my own stickers of the logo. So yeah, I'm really happy I'm able to put one of those in every order. And I also put one on like the outside of the packaging, just so when customers get their orders, they know sort of like what it is. And then finally, I'll just throw in a little bag of Haribos, like these. So yeah, just to like sweeten the deal. I get a lot of good comments in the reviews that people are like chuffed they got a little bag of sweets. So yeah, that's what I do. That's sort of my supplies. So I've got the business cards and I've got the stickers and I've got the sweets in there, but you need to sort of remember at the end of the day, those are like additional costs for you or your business. I've seen a lot of people through like TikToks and other videos showing how they do their packaging, and a lot of people go like very extravagant, over the top, putting like huge extra bits in that just seem very costly. So just keep in mind sort of how much you're putting into the packages. Like those sweets, you can get them from like Poundland, or you know, just these cheap shops where you can buy like big bulky bags of sweets and get lots of those little ones. So those are probably costing me like less than 10p a piece to put in. The business cards, like pennies in those, and the stickers again, pennies in those. So yeah, just keep in mind that these things you're adding into your packaging do cost money. So a good idea, a good tip I can give you guys is, I see a lot of people making sort of cute little goodie bags to throw in, where it's got like a hair clip, a couple of like pre-wrapped sweets, things like that, and they put them in these like nice little cute pouches. That's just an idea that you can use. I don't personally do that just because it's not my sort of vibe. It more fits in with like these nice sort of like retro vintage Y2K aesthetic kind of things. Do remember to keep in mind the cost of the extra bits you put in with your items. The way you're going to get returning customers is when they sort of receive their item and have that experience of the sort of unpackaging, unboxing moment. The experience they have with that is going to be like the completed process of them buying something like on Depop to receiving it. And if you can sort of like nail the sort of moment when they open it, and you know, the feeling that brings them. So yeah, once your customer has received their items and they are super happy about it, they'll often go and straight away sort of leave a review on the Depop, and hopefully by this point they've given you a 5-star review and they've written something really nice and friendly and positive, and that's sort of like the payoff for you. You know you're doing something right. This is making customers happy, and just sort of keep consistent and repeating that. Don't ever sort of like let your standards slip with your packaging. You've always got to, you know, again, just think, this is a paying customer that has given me money for this item. You need to now deliver the goods and make it as nicely presented as possible. And yeah, you'll see that reflected in reviews and sort of like loyalty. So often in my reviews, I'll get people saying like, we'll definitely shop here again, we'll definitely be back. So yeah, you really want to get those loyal customers that are going to come back and shop again. Then yeah, once you're building a nice client base, then you're going to get regular sales from these same people. And that is exactly what you want, really. Just for sort of the purpose of the video, I'm now going to show you a demonstration of me doing my packaging, exactly how I do it for every single order, just so you can get an idea of the sort of like effort and detail I put into packaging. Just so if you're unsure how to package an item, this will just be like a rough guideline for you. Yeah, just give you an idea of what, you know, solid packaging looks like, how I do it, and how I get my sort of like positive reviews. So yeah, we're now going to go over to my packing station, and show you guys how I package an order. Luckily, I've got an item here that has sold. So yes, this is a paying customer, and what you're seeing now is how I'm going to package this and how the customer is going to receive it. So if this was like a normal like cotton t-shirt or something, I would just normally give it like a lint roll, because in storage it would normally pick up little bits of hair and dust, but because of like the material here, it hasn't, this kind of doesn't collect hair and dust or anything, so I can save this one the lint roll. But yeah, what I'll do first is sort of figure out exactly how I'm going to fold this. So yeah, just spread it out nice and flat. And then I think I'm going to fold in one side there, and the other side here. And then I'm going to do one fold over like that, and then fold that bit over like that, and maybe fold it that way. Yeah. Alright, so got it into a nice sort of small fold there. Okay, at this point I'll get my sort of clear plastic mailer. These are recyclable, biodegradable, so don't come for me. Okay, then I'll slide that onto there like that. And then this is where I'll get my Copper's business card and a Copper's sticker. And then I simply place that on top and put my card facing that way. Just so when they open it, they're going to see the sticker and they're going to see the "thank you for choosing Coppers" on my business card. So then we're just going to peel away the sticky bit and carefully fold that over, just so you're getting right up to the edge of the item. And then now I'm going to get the excess air out of it. I'm going to get the sort of wasted bit of the bag there and just fold that over, and then we're going to stick it down with a little bit of tape. Okay, so there we go, the item is nicely sealed in the plastic here, so when they pull the item out of the mailer, that's what they're going to see. They're going to see the sticker, my card, nicely in this plastic, nicely folded away. Now we're going to put this into the small purple mailer, and this is when we throw in the little bonus gifts. So we've got a nice little bag of Haribo. Just going to slide that in on top of the plastic. I would, yeah, make sure you're not putting like sweets or anything directly onto like the garment, because you never know. I've had these before where sort of like, I don't know how, but some packets just kind of like leak or something, and yeah, sometimes you might just end up getting like stickiness on the garment, and that's the last thing you want. So always just try and keep that directly so it's like not touching the garment. And then peel that, and then fold just like we did with the other one. We're going to fold that over, push out the excess air, fold over the top there, and squeeze the excess air out. The reason I want to get all the air out is because when posting, so if you, with an item like this, I can probably send this as a large letter, and when this goes as a large letter, it's considerably cheaper to post for me. So yeah, making sure all the air's out is very important. Fold that over like that. What I just did there was sort of tape down the sort of loose parts of the sort of packaging, just so in case in sort of shipping it gets caught on something, it won't like rip open. I've just created a nice extra seal on there. And yeah, then you'll go ahead and put the customer's address on there, and then we'll be off to the post office. And that is how I pack a Copper's Depop order. Back to you, Tom. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Hope you guys got some sort of a better idea of how to package a Depop order if you're unsure about how to do it, or just wanted some more tips and insights on how to sort of present your items as best as possible through your packaging. Just to run back over some of the points I made. So reflect your Depop store in your packaging. So whatever your aesthetic is, whatever your vibe is, use your packaging as sort of your creative opportunity to, you know, show your customers what you're about and how you want to be perceived. So, you know, I showed you my packaging, but maybe you want to do it differently. I've seen people using sort of tissue paper, ribbons, all sorts of different things. A lot of people get like really funky colors on their poly mailers. They get like iridescent ones, pink ones, red ones. Just go crazy, be as creative as possible with your packaging, and, you know, make your customers happy at the end of the day. Also, your supplies. So yeah, you've got your little free gifts you can put in, your sweets, your business cards, your stickers, little things like that. As I said, just keep it up, keep it consistent, never sort of lose your quality with your packaging. Just set your standard and keep it at that, and only go better than that, okay? As I said before, watch your cost prices when adding in these extra bits. That's going to eat into your profits at the end of the day. So yeah, don't go spending crazy amounts of money on free stuff you're going to put in, because you don't want to be tarnishing your profit margins. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below. We'll really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and subscribe. I really want to get more Depop content out for you guys, as I enjoy making these videos. If you haven't gone and followed Coppers on Depop, go down, the link below is to our Depop store. Give us a follow, drop a few likes on some items. Really nice to see you guys engaging over there. And yeah, also follow the Coppers Instagram, which is at Coppers97. The link for that would be down below. That's where we post daily, sort of like the new stock that's gone up, any like sales announcements, that'll be over there. If you have any questions for me, just drop me a Instagram DM or comment down below. Yeah, I've got no problem answering any of your questions. Feel free to share your Depop store down below. More than happy to go check those out for you guys. If you've got any more videos you'd particularly like me to make, don't be afraid to drop that down below as well. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of the week. Stay safe, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.